I think the explosion of bourbon's been interesting. I think people having extra time off from work during COVID, I think gave people a lot of time to kind of get into new hobbies, and whiskey is such an attractive hobby as it really is old school Americana as it gets, really. So I think that coupled with a lot of really good cocktails around the country are starting to be bourbon led now, whereas in the late 90s, early 2000s, it was all vodka, gin, rum, tequila, all your clear spirits. That really took over early 2000s and late 90s. So it's fun to see bourbon come back a little bit, but now we're having a lot of supply issues because it takes so long to make bourbon. It only takes a couple weeks to make some of these other spirits, but it takes years to make bourbon. So it'll be interesting moving forward as far as the supply goes, with the demand at an all-time high, what outages we start to see over the next couple of years. I've been a huge fan of everything that the Colonel E.H. Taylor has come out with recently. Love their rye. I've got the single barrel, the rye, and the small batch. I don't know if it's just Buffalo Trace is really good at marketing or something like that, but I love the canisters, and really every product they put out has been wildly consistent. That Magnus cigar blend is fantastic as well. I'm a cigar smoker. We have a cigar lounge here at the club, so drinking on that with a cigar is just about perfect.
It's pretty much across the board on everything. A lot more goes into the whiskey and your vodka and tequila. Everything's a lot more mixable kind of items, so people are kind of trending to stuff that they can make at home at their home bar, things like that. A lot of customers come in that have had cocktails when they're out doing dinners and things like that, and they want to come in and try to figure out how to make it themselves. So we kind of direct them to the ingredients. We can print off ingredient lists and show them around and give them different options throughout the categories. With people doing cocktails that only call for about a ½ ounce per cocktail, cordials that I'd sell maybe 3 to 4 bottles a month, I'm selling 12 to 18 a month at this point in time. So a lot of those unique kind of cordial cocktails are coming into play a lot more. Old Fashioned is the standout drink. I mean, it's kind of the old school cocktails are coming back into play. It's always comes back in cycles. So Old Fashions, Manhattans have been the star category, and that's what whiskey plays into.